Hello, everybody. Welcome to Jackie's Sunshine and welcome to my channel. I hope everybody is having a great day today. I have already begun to have an awesome day. My husband and I spoke to our very close family friends who live in Holland, and we had a good chin wag and caught up. So I will update you on the rest of my day. So till then. So guys, I'm back again. Today I'm going to make a roast beef and jacket potatoes with some veggies on the side. So I'm planning to make a mixture of green peas and corn with black beans. I'm going to toss them up together. And then I'm also going to have some beets on the side. So the green peas and the beans, black beans and corn, I'm going to make a nice little salad mix with probably vinegar, a little bit of oil, garlic, chopped garlic, salt and pepper, shake it up really well, and then mix it in that. So we have a salad on the side, and I do have some squash, so I'm just going to put my squash in a little casserole dish and put some butter on it, and we could have that on the side too. So I'll keep you updated on what's going on. So since I don't have garlic, I'm going to use this. This is like an all-purpose garlic. It's called garlic spread and seasoning. So I'm going to put some of that in my bowl. Like I said before, I love my roast to be well seasoned. And then I'm going to put a little bit of ginger powder because ginger's good. And I'm going to use some soybean sauce. I always let it soak in. Soybean sauce. Some Worcestershire sauce. That was soybean, the other bottle was empty. And a little bit of Whiskey River barbecue sauce. So it'll give it that nice glaze, you know, the roast will have a nice glaze. So what I'm going to do is when I sear the roast and put it into the Dutch oven, I'm also going to place my potatoes in there for a little bit. So when they get nice and soft, I'm going to take the potatoes out and put them in another pan with oil and let them bake. So I'm also putting some balsamic vinegar to give it that nice acid, you know, because sometimes when you put a little sour, it brings out the flavor. So my salt, let's put in some pepper. Now when you are gonna make jacket potatoes the way I make it, you gotta make sure that you poke the potatoes, but when you're doing it, keep the sharp end away from you. Now this is for the flavors from whatever marinade you're putting inside your roast to get into the inside of the potato. So they're all nicely pierced, poked. Let me mix this up. This is how it looks. If you notice, I have some sliced garlic on the side. So this time around, I'm not going to put the garlic inside my roast. I'm going to fry them a little bit in butter and oil with a little piece of ginger and a little bit of red chilies. So it'll bring some flavor to the roast. So this is my Anglo-Indian way of making different kinds of roast. So I'm also going to chop up one onion, a small piece of ginger, to bring about some flavor, so the end product will be used to make gravy. Guys, just to inform you, first I'm going to sear my roast I'm gonna pour the marinade over it, but before that I'm just gonna poke it a little bit on either side. It's a lovely piece of chuck roast, and just pour this over the top. And also at the bottom. I'm gonna let it rest for a little while and I'll get back to you. So my Dutch oven is really nice and hot. I'm gonna put in some butter, a little bit of butter and a little bit of cooking oil. Now this is a blend of oil. It's a blend oil and it has some blend of 2 or 3 different kinds of vegetable oil. So putting a little bit there. And I'm just gonna fry. My ginger, my garlic, ginger. Make sure not to burn your garlic or your ginger, otherwise your roast is going to taste burnt. And some chili flakes, not too much, just a little bit. Oops, hold on a sec. So my garlic is a little brown. I'm going to take my roast. Make sure to put all the goodness, no wasting anything. So you sear one end for about 4 minutes and then sear the other for 4 minutes and then put it into the oven. Now when it comes on oil, then you put your potatoes in. So guys, one end is seared really well, the other end I'll sear really well, and then I'll put it in the oven for a little while, so about 15 minutes, and then I will put my potatoes in there. See you then. Since I don't have stock, I'm going to use beef bouillon, just a little bit. To put into the roast. There you go. Well, the oven is nice and hot, and I will put my roast into the oven for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then I will put my potatoes in there. So hi guys, welcome back again. I'm going to do something innovative today and make do with what I have. My roast is already in the oven, and I'm gonna let it bake for a bit, and then I'm gonna put in my potatoes because I'm looking for jacket potatoes. Once my potatoes are nice and soft, I'm going to remove them onto a baking sheet and let them crisp out on the outer side. But in the meantime, I'm going to make an innovative casserole. So I've opened canned peas and corn kernels. And I'm going to saute it with mushroom, celery, and garlic. I'm going to heat some butter. And put in my garlic along with my celery. So I'm going to be innovative. I'm not making the typical casserole where you use canned concentrated chicken soup or mushroom soup or something like that. I'm just gonna make it from scratch. I already have a bottle that is filled with flour. I'm not making it in the normal casserole where you put canned soup or something into the veggies or whatever you're going to make a casserole of. I am going to saute my garlic and my mushrooms and my celery, and then I already have a pre-made bottle of flour, seasoned flour, that I had used for another casserole of mine. So I added some more of this garlic spread to it and checked it if it was salty, but it's nice and salty. So I'm going to saute my mushrooms with my celery and my garlic. Season it a little bit with table salt. And also a little bit of cracked pepper. So I'm not going to let the mushrooms cook completely. I'm going to let them be a little bit raw so that, you know, it gives them a chance to bake. Well, I'm going to put some cracked pepper onto my nothing like cracked pepper, huh? So a bit of cracked pepper. Grease it in really well. And just a word to all those beautiful ladies and handsome guys. You may be single, married, partnered, whatever. Just go crazy with your innovative cooking skills, because cooking is a very therapeutic way to calm your brain and your mind. No matter what you prepare, you feel so happy you did it yourself. You know, fresh meal that you made yourself. So the mushrooms and the celery and the garlic looks pretty ready. I'm going to add in my green peas and my corn kernels, and over here you've got to season them again a little bit. You have to season all the time. I love to watch Gordon Ramsay, so he always says season, 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 season. Taste your seasoning. Yeah? So that's enough. You can always add extra butter if you want it to be more buttery or creamy. It's up to you. But my husband and I are trying to be a little, you know, conscious about eating too much fat or anything. You know what happens when you cross the 40s and the 50s. You gotta take a little bit of care of what you put into this temple of yours, right? Because if you don't take care of your temple or your church or whatever you call it, this is it. You know, take care of it. Whatever you believe in it to be. For me, I love my body, and I really want it to be healthy. So that's gonna fry for a little bit, and I'm gonna put in a little more butter, a little bit more butter. And now goes in the ingredient that I love so much. Beef bouillon. This is the powdered form. So excuse me, I have to work at 4 o'clock, so I want to eat something and then go to work. So my husband was asking me why I was making it so early. This looks like it's partially ready. I'm going to put in the seasoned flour and mix it all up, and then put it in the casserole dish, and when time comes I'll put it in the oven. Put some seasoned flour over that to give it some depth, and then I'll put it in a casserole dish and put it in the oven when time comes. But also I'm going to use this bread to make a base and mix it all so it's nice and it has some thickness to it, and pour some milk over it before I put it into the oven with a little dollop of butter that will make it nice and creamy. Use 2 slices of bread. I broke them up and then I'm mixing them in with this so it gives the casserole a little bit of girth. And then when it soaks up all the flavor, I'll put it in a casserole dish with a little bit of milk and some butter and bake it. And there you have it, my innovative peas corn casserole. Always use your innovation skills. So from me to you, please come back, please keep watching, like, subscribe and share, and thank you to everybody. Welcome to those who stumble upon my channel. I will update you on how my roast dinner goes. See you soon. I love all of you. Bye for now. So now I'm going to put all this into the casserole, pour some milk over it, put some butter, and leave it to rest. I've put in my jacket potatoes and it is going to be on its way. Hi everyone, it's Jackie from Jackie's Sunshine. I just decorated my substitute classroom with a little scarecrow and a message for my students which says Happy Diwali to everyone, and I'm getting ready for them to come. And one of my students couldn't make it, she's not feeling well, so I'm just sitting here making a video for you guys. I love to entertain my students just to give them the motivation to want to come to class. It's very important that students are motivated with all that's been going on in the world with COVID and, you know, the government going haywire and wars going on with one country and the other. So much of unrest. So in the midst of all this unrest, as a teacher, I try to give my students that moment they spent with me to be a fun experience and not so stressful, because sometimes students feel very stressed, you know, when they have to go to class and they have to learn and they have to remember, they have to grasp different concepts. It gets very tough. So I like to be a little funny, I like to play some games, and I also give my students a chance to use their crayons or color pencils to write with, whether we're doing grammar or English. It's not, you know, a hard and fast rule. They have to use a pencil. You have to use pencils in school. So when you're just in my class, I allow them to be free and be able to learn in their own space and pace. It is a Montessori methodology where you allow the child to feel like they are guiding the class, you know. I mean, they are part of the class. They are part of the learning process. So guys, from me to you and all those educators out there, I do my thing. I hope you do yours. And keep it fresh, keep it new, keep it exciting, because that's what's going to make our students better people for the future. Yes? So, to all my students who I teach, to all my students who I've taught, and to all those ones who are not yet come to my classroom, you're looking forward for a lot of fun. So, from me to everyone, I love all of you. Please like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to ring the bell. Thank you to those who stumble upon my channel. You are always welcome. Looking forward for another video. Bye for now. I love all of you.